Hey, welcome back to the Rush Hour with Gus, Jude and Woodsy, and our producers outside just screaming at us to punch someone through on our phone line. Hey, who's this?
G'day, it's Jacko. No,
Gee,
really, it's Jacko. Gus won't talk to me normally, so the only chance I get is if I call him at the station.
Hugh Jackman. Oh, my goodness.
Mate, I've told you not to call me at work, mate.
Sorry, but you won't let me call you at home. You won't let me call you when you're doing speeches for Gotcha.
Wow.
Mate, I turned up at the TED Talk and security took me out. I'm like, what's going on?
You're in the midst of a Deadpool Wolverine promotional tour. It's massive at the moment, Hugh.
I have to say, it's been pretty big. You know, these little independent movies, they just need us to really get out there and push it.
Now, Jacko...
Disney just don't know what they're doing on the promotional front. So, we're just, Ryan and I, just doing everything we can.
Mate, it's fantastic. What about that Ryan Reynolds? Like, he absolutely ditched Australia. You wanted to come down here to promote it. He's given you the flick.
Thank you.
How disappointing is that?
Thank you.
And you have to hang with this clown.
So disappointing. And you know what's even worse, Gussie? All this sort of stuff, we're being best mates. And I might say in front of a camera, yes, we are best mates, but I don't mean it.
Yeah, well, I hope you don't mean it. I'm getting a little jealous, to be fair.
Oh, don't worry, Hugh. He's been talking about here that we know who his real best friend is, mate. One thing I'd love to know is you've been doing Wolverine since 2009, and I'm a person with not the greatest rig. How do you keep your rig in shape? Because you're looking phenomenal these days.
It's the old adage for me, man. Like, easier to stay in shape than get in shape. So that's what I try and do. And, just a lot of plastic surgery, just the usual Hollywood.
But when the
usual stuff.
Gussie mentioned that he was at the dinner that you were at where you decided to, get the claws back on.
Yeah, it was an incredible night where you just basically made the decision to do it, Jacko, and think now it's done and you're so proud of it and you're getting such good raps and reviews and stuff. It's incredible, that journey that you've been on the last couple of years.
Yeah, you were there that night. That's right. I forgot because you were staying with me. I was on my way out to meet up with you. I think that's right. And I just had a gut feeling. I've been toying around in my head for a while. I saw Deadpool 1 about 3 days after I'd announced that Logan would be my last. And I remember going, might have jumped the gun there a little bit. That looks like it'd be fun. But Gus always says to my detriment sometimes, like, well, no. I said I'm out, then I'm out, But I was driving out there, and I'm like, what am I thinking? That'd be just a blast. Like, he's so good, and he is a really, really good mate, and we just had the best time. And so I was pretty nervous about it because if you're going to come back, you just don't want to come back and look like a clown, So I'm glad the movie's getting a really good sort of reception, and it's been great.
Was it a real hard decision to come up with, Hugh? Because the crossovers, they get a lot of chat that they won't work, but this has been outstanding.
I know, mate. I could always see it. Like, I don't know, you guys. Like, for Gus and I growing up, like 48 Hours, Nick Nolte, Eddie Murphy, or Midnight Run, Planes, Trains, Automobiles, The Odd Couple. Like, somehow those kind of characters that are just sort of opposites and are thrown together, it works, man. I could just see it working. And, I know Ryan well enough. We'd done one movie ages ago together, but I hang out with him, and I kind of knew it would work, but if I'm totally honest, I didn't know it would work this well. Like, the moment we walked on set, I'm like, oh, yeah, this just is perfect.
Jacko, this is the Gotcha for Life Cup this weekend. Sea Eagles versus the Roosters, and there is a massive bet on the line. A tattoo of the Gotcha for Life mate on either of their butts. So Gussie will get Dave Clemmer on his butt if the Sea Eagles get up, and Woodsy gets Hugh Jackman written on his butt if the Roosters win.
I think Woodsy might get the tattoo anyway. I reckon the way he's fanning at the moment.
Woodsy, make sure you shave first. That's all I'm going to say.
I've got a laser.
Actually, maybe you don't need it. You could do the Wolverine and just use that head for the top.
You know what I was thinking as well, Hugh? With your name, should I go with the claws over the top as well?
Oh yeah, just if we made all in, just go all in, full body, full color, and just download some of my AI generated, pictures of me with my shirt off, and just do one of those.
Oh, that is fantastic. Now, Jacko, we seem to be getting another person.
Hang on
another
one
call.
second, Gussie.
Yeah,
Gussie. Oh, another call.
Another call. Hold
on.
on.
Who's this?
Hi there. It's Ryan Reynolds calling, long-time listener, first-time caller.
We've got both.
Oh, so this is the guy that reckons he's Jacko's best friend. Is that right? This is Blake
Gus?
Lively's husband
That
on
is
the line?
Yeah, and this sounds like his former best friend, Gus.
Hey!
Yeah, I've taken over.
I'm not shallow.
Proximity wins,
I'm not
Gus.
shallow. Yeah, I'm Gussie. I am not shallow at all. But have you seen how much money Ryan has? It's like another league. It's like
Well, surely he could
No,
phone down to do the promotional tour in Australia.
Those are Greek drachmas, and they don't work anymore. So thank you.
Hey, Ryan, it's great to hear your voice. How you going? How much are you loving this movie and how much you love spending time with Jacko?
You know what? I'm going to be totally sincere here. It's actually a world tour like this is something that I think is like, first of all, it's very unusual to do something that is this comprehensive and grueling and consistent. And I say this to Hugh probably every day, every other day. I don't think I could have done it without him. You know, having him there at each and every day. Some days I would be out of energy or gas. He would say, "I got you. I'll pick up the slack," and vice versa. And it's something I'll never take for granted.
Is Dogpool the breakout star of this movie? Because that is one ugly dog, but it's shot to fame.
Oh, she's pretty damn special. Well, I don't know, Hugh. There's a few different breakouts. I think this young, cheeky lad from Australia named Hugh Jackman might be the breakout of Deadpool and Wolverine.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
Thanks, buddy. Thanks, man. And I got to tell you, standing right next to Ryan, I'm watching Dogpool tongue kiss him like for a good 30 minutes. That was
oh my God,
unscripted.
Gus,
Unscripted.
What's crazy is I've had far worse things in my mouth.
Yeah.
But that one was pretty hard.
Hey, I grew up with Jacko. He's had much worse things in his mouth as well, just quietly.
I'm sure. I am absolutely sure. And I would like a detailed account of that, Gus, once we get off air.
Yes, no problem.
You got it.
Hey, boy, one thing I'd love to know with you two boys is obviously Wolverine and Deadpool. What's it like outside of when you're on air, like when you're doing your shooting? Do you have to perform in a character, or do you put your mindset as if you're in character when you're not on air?
Huh.
Well, so Hugh is the real actor, so he should answer that.
I got to tell you, listen, neither of us are method actors, but I do want to. He's so self-deprecating all the time. But imagine doing a whole movie where basically your face is never seen. He's in a mask, and he's just so brilliant, so funny. Can only communicate with his voice and his body movements, and it's amazing. Sorry, Nolsey. That's what we decided his nickname in Australia would be Nolsey. And then actually our mate Nick Nilsson goes, I don't think so. I think Rhino. Let's go for Rhino.
Rhino's good.
I like Rhino.
We like Rhino. You like Rhino, Rhino?
I love it. I'm in. My own home country has never given me a nickname, except maybe Traitor. I think I got that a couple of times when I moved to New York. But no, I wholeheartedly accept Australia not only as my second home, but I accept this moniker and nickname. I finally have one, and Rhino it is. Love it.
Well, Rhino,
Boise, Rhino's done something. Sorry to cut over there, Gussie, but Rhino's done something that neither of us would even dare do. He attempted to ride a motorbike from Sydney to Perth when he was 24. You were 24 or
No way.
something like that?
What?
I was a little older.
Yeah,
I should have known better. I think I was about 29. Yeah, that was stupid.
His first stop was Noosa, and I said, "This is not going to work." It didn't work. How far did you get?
Yeah. Also, idiot here was going the wrong way. I mean, Noosa is not the way you want to go. I may as well stopped in Hawaii on my motorcycle. It was pretty dumb. But I got to see the sights, and I got to experience parts of Australia that I don't think anybody I know have experienced. I mean, it really is one of my favorite places to go and be. It feels like a second home because there's so much Canada and Australia have in common. We just take the piss out of each other, and we're self-deprecating, and so I love kind of being out of the cities and stuff, because that's when people when they go to Australia to promote a movie or any other stuff, you kind of only stick to the Sydney or Melbourne, and you're kind of then you leave. But if you really want to experience everything Australia has to offer, you got to get out. So that was amazing. But then Dum Dum here, just like I don't know. I made it through the Blue Mountains, and then my buddy crashed his bike. Next, I was bitten by a redback spider on my leg. My jeans were suddenly like a pair of tights. I was ill-equipped. We had no gas. I mean, it was just the fact we're alive is just a testament to the fact that natural selection is lazy and not doing its job.
Now, Rhino, Blake has said that she never realised she was married to a Millennium girl until all the references. She's never been more seen. Yeah. This movie has just taken off and it's just hit the crowd so well, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's been it's been the best shooting experience I've ever had in my life. It's been something I feel like I've waited my whole life for, to work with Jacko over there and spend that kind of time in the set. But usually that is a recipe for disaster when it comes to the final product. Usually if you had a really good time, you're screwed. Yeah. But this was the opposite. It really was. The movie's the best thing I've ever been a part of. I've seen all of Hugh's movies, so I know it's the best thing he's ever been a part of.
Hey, I got to tell you, Rhino, I am tough on Jacko's movies, aren't I, mate? Like Les Mis, you were great. Prisoners, you were good. Obviously, Greatest Showman was good, but the rest, they're okay, but they're not awesome.
Oh, my God.
Well, how's your catalogue, Gussie?
My catalogue's not so flash, but Jacko...
Gussie.
This is what it's like.
The guy is. I'll say this: you can always count on Hugh to be good, though. You're never gonna get a bad performance out of him, except some of his early work on Neighbours. Everything after that, amazing.
Hey, Jacko, you looking forward to wrapping this up and getting back to normal life, or are you enjoying this whole experience, mate?
Yeah, I'm pretty tired now. It's been like a month, and the film, but I echo what Rhino said. It was like one of the best times of my life. Had so much fun, and we have had a blast going around the world doing it. Am I a little tired? Yeah, but it's been awesome, man. I got to say, the whole thing has been awesome, and I've been around long enough, and as you say, Gussie, done enough, sort of been in some average stuff, so to be in something that people are responding to, and I had so much fun doing. These don't come along all that often, so I'm sort of just soaking it up. We've got one more night, basically tonight. We're heading on our way down to Comic-Con tonight.
Amazing.
So people are talking already about a sequel because this one's gone so well. So, boys, can you give us an exclusive, or you need a little bit more time to think about that?
Rhino,
I think we're gonna. Well, I'll say this: the movie's got, the comic book movies have a long storied history of kind of being commercials for another movie. But this one, we never wanted to do that. We want to make it a complete story unto itself. People are, coming over to the theater. They're putting their hard-earned cash down, and I think that they have the right to walk out of the theater feeling like they got a complete and total experience. And ultimately, the job we have here is, in Gus, I think you saw it when you came to visit us, is that this set is quite literally designed to dispense and deliver joy, and that's the thing that we got to do. And I'm completely blown away by how many people are asking for a sequel. I mean, that's the best sign of a job well done. But right now, we are happy to just have this and this alone.
Yeah, that's brilliant. Well played.
How hard is it to get that Deadpool latex mask off? Because we've seen Jacko bite it off your face as well, Rhino.
Yeah, it is. Getting Hugh to bite the whole thing, but not only that, you swallow it and digest it is not for the faint of heart. I know it's obviously hard on the stomach lining and bowels, but I think what the hardest thing is for everyone witnessing, him just gnawing this thing off my face like a little squirrel with rabies is weird. It's just straight up weird. Yeah, and traumatizing. Very traumatizing for people.
Oh, definitely would be. And boys, you obviously said you got your last promotional event at Comic-Con. How does Deadpool and Wolverine celebrate after the tour's done?
Oh.
Who the hell is this talking?
Yeah. He's actually a rugby league player. Would you believe he's the smartest man we know out of the rugby league?
I will quietly withdraw my outrage and apologize profusely.
Don't worry, we can have a cuddle when you come to Sydney next time, brother.
I know. Believe me, I know.
I love it. Oh my God! You see, Gussie, you understand why I turned to Rhino. He's just awesome, right?
Mate, he's okay. Like, I met him in London. He seemed okay. I get it. And he's funny and all that and stuff. And I don't have $100 million, but I still feel like traditionally I should still be
You're
number
so
one.
jealous. You are so
I'm a
jealous.
little bit
aren't you?
jealous. I am a little bit jealous, I must admit.
Do you sense that, Jacko?
Look, Hugh and I have no prenup, Gussie. We have no prenup. So it's, if anything happens, but you know something, I think there's room for 3, depending on the size of your mate on the other side there too, maybe 4, because I don't want to be hurt.
Like a threesome.
But I would love that, I feel like we could all hang out together and
Sounds good to
beautiful
us.
music.
Beautiful.
Well, you could catch Deadpool and Wolverine
I'm getting
in
the
cinemas
hairy
everywhere.
eyeball,
Yeah. You're trying to wind it up. Ryan's still
Oh, he just
talking.
wants to go.
Yeah. Hey,
The
boys.
Rhino's not done.
I'm getting the hairy eyeball from Marvel right now to get off. And you're trying to get off, and I'm ruining the getting off part. I'm so sorry, Gus. I'm embarrassed for myself and you.
Hey, I love both of you. Thank you so much for joining us. Enjoy your last day of this wonderful tour around the world. You brought so much joy and happiness, and look forward to seeing the movie over the weekend. It's available now in
Cinemas
Australia,
everywhere.
so get involved, everyone. Ryan Reynolds, Hugh Jackman, thanks for being on the Rush
Love you
Hour.
guys. I love you guys. And
Love you, Gussie. Thanks,
Gussie,
buddy.
as we say goodbye to each other every night on the phone.
Yep.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. See you, boys.
See you guys.
I got to practice that. I'll practice that.
Okay. You're in the team, Rhino. See you, buddy. Goodbye.
See you guys.
Bye.
Bye.